Mailman drop it on the bar today. Yellow envelope worn gray. Return address shaky and small. County jail wall. Johnny used to drum beside me loud, while his laugh inside a crowd. Said freedom ran inside his veins, till freedom broke the chains. Bar fight turned to flashing blue. Wrong place, wrong friends too. Judge didn't care about the song, just right and wrong. Led us from county jail blues, ink bleeding second views. Bars don't only lock your shoes, they lock you too. Nights a quarter there, dreams echo off metal air. Said music plays inside his head, keeps him from the dread. Asked me if the band still plays, if crowds remember better days. I lied and said we sold the room. Truth died at noon. Folded hope back in the paper. Bartender stacking empty chairs, dust floating through the air. Me shutting one by one. Another lonely night is done. Glasses drying upside down, echoes fading through the town. My reflection in the glass, watching seconds pass. Guitar resting by the wall, knows the truth behind it all. Every chord begins to fade, every debt's already paid. Morning knocking at the door, can't pretend anymore. Last song before the dawn, learning how to carry on. If tomorrow starts anew, I'll still remember you. Street lights slowly losing glow, birds preparing down below. Somewhere people stall again, healing what has been. Maybe love was never wrong. Maybe we just stay too long till forgiveness finds my way. I'll just play last song fading into life. Thank you for another night. If goodbye must finally stay, let it play. Door swings open to the day. Blues ain't going away. Evan and softly cruise. Life still moves. Ashtray full of yesterday. Words we never got to say. Your reflection in the glass haunts me as the hours pass. Bartender pours without a sound, knows when lost souls come around. Every sip a quiet scream, waking from a better dream. Outside laughter fills the air. Inside I'm talking to your chair, wondering where love went wrong. How goodbye lasted so long. If forgetting was a crime, I'd be serving life in time. Smoking broken promises. Every kiss I still miss. If love fades into the dark, why's your name still in my heart? us dancing slow in the afternoon light. Bar still closed from another long night. Owner handed me a weathered case, said somebody forgot this place. Leather cracked like tired skin, rusty clasp there they holding him. Didn't know whose ghost I'd awake when I touched that ache. Name scratched faint near the neck, half erased by cheap respect. Bartender said he played here years, paid his rent in whiskey tears. Never stayed in one town long, spoke mostly through a song. One winter night he didn't return, left the amp still warm. The guitar they left behind still remembers every line, every heartbreak trapped in pine, waiting for time, waited for time. Loved it in against advice, first chord cut like broken ice. Room filled up with something old, story never told. Crowd arrived before sunset, said my playing felt like regret. Maybe legends never die, they just change hands nearby. Lock it back before dawn came.
Storm rolled in without a sound. Candles shaking all around. Door open slow through silver rain, and everything changed. Hair wet falling down a cold, voice softer than a whispered note. Oh, asked if singers ever tire of borrowed fire. Sat beside the piano keys, played like talking to memories. First note froze the crowded room. Midnight bloom, she sang like rain on broken glass, gentle enough to let pain pass. Every word a looking glass into the past, into the Stay 1 week, then faded west, left unpaid tabs and unrest. Crowd kept asking where Sometimes storms don't come to stay, just wash a man halfway. Every time thunder starts again, I hear her then. Some voices never truly leave.
Sunrise, barely touching broken glass. Coffee steam rising slow as it passed. Station loud, but somehow still standing there against my will. Suitcase small, but heavier than truth. She said loving me felt like loose screws. Too much road and not enough home. Too many nights alone. Train conductor calling out goodbye. Didn't even try to cry. Some man freeze instead of fall. I said nothing at all. She left with the morning train, carried off my stubborn pain. Steel wheels singing through the rain, calling her name again. Late that night inside a Memphis bar, crowd cheering like they knew who you are. But applause feels hollow loud when you lose the crowd. Bartender poured without asking why. Said heartbreak don't learn to lie. I nodded like I understood. Wish I really could. Tracks disappear, but echoes
Chairs upside down like sleeping bones. Stage lights fading in the phones. Last applause already gone. Echo hanging on.
Sweat drying slow across my shirt. Every song still slightly hurts. Crowd loved me for an hour maybe, then forgot me lately.
Waitress sweeping broken lives, tip jar counting empty math. Success tastes strange when silence comes after drums. Empty stage after midnight. Spotlight fight my pain. She used to wait behind the door.
She used to wait behind the door.
Said touring ain't love anymore.
Said touring ain't love anymore.
A promise changed between tours. Promises are poor. Guitar case closing like goodbye. Strings still asking why. If music heals a soul, why this hole?
Neon shirts off one breath at a time. Shuts off one breath at a time.
Gas station coffee in my hand, map unfolding like a plan. Miles between who I became and the echo of your name. Rain chasing headlights down the road, every memory, every load. Radio singing something sad, reminding me of what we had. Motel outside Tulsa town, suitcase never settling down. Mirror shows a stranger's face, trying hard to leave this place. Every mile says let you go, every mile says I still know. Driving down this endless line, somehow you're still riding mine. Highway sings a lonely tune underneath the dying moon. Headlights stretching miles after miles, dashboard shaking with a half-dead song. I've been driving since everything went wrong. Gas station coffee and cigarette fire, radio preacher calling me a liar. Says forgiveness waits if I turn around, but pride's the loudest engine sound. Letter folded in the glove box still, ink faded softer than my will. Said love ain't meant for only men. Guess she knew me better back then. Bourbon rain on Highway 17, washing ghosts nobody seen. Every mile another scene, trying hard to start again. Truckers passing like silent kings, chrome reflections of broken things. Somewhere sunrise waits ahead, but regret rides shotgun instead. Bridge lights blinking through the storm, cold leather seats with love felt warm. If redemption's just a lie, why still try? Morning coming here, I'm ready or not.
She never danced when the crowd got loud, sat in corners away from crowds, ordered coffee in a whiskey place, like she didn't belong to this race. She said she liked songs that almost hurt, lyrics stained like worn out shirts. Told me fame don't mean a thing if your heart forgets to sing. I laughed it off like stubborn men do. Thought dreams were louder than truth. Now her chair sits empty every night, still catching ballroom lights. She loved broken songs like mine, half out of rhythm, out of time. Says scars make better rhymes. Guess she was right this time. Rumor says she moved Everybody drinking something strong. Band already halfway wrong. Door open slow against the rain. That's when she came in. Ordered coffee in a whiskey place. Soft calm sitting on her face. Didn't match the neon symbol. Walked right in. Left a note I always feared her. Some hearts need saving too, not just you now. Every stranger gets my stare, wondering if she's there. Sometimes angels don't have wings, just simple things. Coffee steam still haunts that chair.
Dancing in orange skies, sunset hiding old goodbyes, boots sinking in the sand, trying hard to understand. Cactus shadows growing long, wind humming an ancient song. Horse tracks fading far away like words you used to say. Desert sunset burning slow, everywhere I go you go. If the road forgets my name, will I still feel the same? Stars arriving one by one, another lonely day is done. Campfire whispering soft and low, telling me it's time to go. Bartender counting tips like prayer, sweeping heartbreak off the chairs. Friday fading into gray, another week drank away. Couple fighting near the door, saying words I've heard before. Promises breaking louder than glass. Love don't always last. Neon buzzing overhead, lighting thoughts inside my head. Funny how the loudest place feels like empty space. Last whiskey before closing time, pour another borrowed rhyme. If tomorrow never shines, at least tonight was mine. Waiting at the end, door locks click like mercy slow. Neon dripping red across the floor tonight. Bartender wiping memory under broken light. Somebody laughing loud, there's something long gone wrong. And I'm just sitting here pretending I belong. Ashtray full of promises nobody kept. Cheap bourbon burning through regret. I never slept. Clock on the wall forgot how to move slow. Same damn song from 20 years ago. She used to sit right there by the jukebox glow, hair falling soul like Tennessee snow. Said I play guitar like a man half lost. Didn't know loving me came with a cost. I chase highways instead of her hand. For freedom meant breaking every plan. Now freedom tastes like water, whiskey, ice. Funny how lonely live charges twice. There's smoke between the neon lights tonight, hiding every wrong I called right. If love was a train, I missed the ride. Now I drink where memories hide. every singer sings through pain. Outside taxis whisper goodbye. City don't notice who survives. Another dollar feeds the jukebox light. Another chorus asking why. Last call ringing like church bells slow. I leave alone where lonely men go. City breathing through cracked doors. Taxi lights sliding across the floor. Glass half empty or half true, depends who's asking you. Waitress humming Billie Holiday low. Stories only night shifts know. Tip jar filled with tired smiles, dreams walking miles. I remember when hope felt loud before applause replaced the crowd. Funny thing about success, it forgets the rest. Neon reflections on empty glass, watching better moments pass. If forever moved this fast, would it last? Lighting lonely news, everyone winning but the blues. Still I strum against the grain, learning pain. Some songs end before applause. Landlord knocking twice too hard, morning light hitting yard, empty fridge and overdue bills, familiar chills. Played 3 sets for tips last night, cheap applause on a neon light. Manager said crowd's getting thin, still let me in. Truck needs gas and strings are shot, dreams cost more than what I got, but guitar don't ask for loud, just tries. Whiskey paid the rent again, another weekend borrow friends. couple dancing near the stage. Same hope I had their age. Almost told them slow it down, but kept the sound. Bartender slid the money low, said crowds feel what you don't show. Maybe honesty's the key, maybe not for me. Another month survived somehow. Grease stains never leave your hands, like the promises we planned. Radio humming low and tired, dreams rusting never fired. Engine parts across the floor, life ain't simple anymore. Your picture tape beside the line, watching every lonely night. Customers come then disappear. Same as love that once was near. Wrench keeps turning like the clock. Every heartbeat takes a knock. Old garage and broken dreams, nothing ever what it seems. If forever had a sound, it'd be silence hanging around. Maybe someday I'll repair all the damage sitting there. Till that day I keep the blues tied like worn out shoes. Diesel engines browning low, coffee bitter is letting go. Truckers laughing through the haze, counting endless days. Left Dallas running from a fight, didn't check the mirror right. Some mistakes chase faster than wheels, hard truth reviews. Map folded wrong across my knees, radio begging memories please. Song came on she used to sing, felt everything. gas pump ticking like a clock. Midnight leaning on my truck. Called her number just to hear voicemail disappear. Sunrise bleeding orange and gold. Highway's colder when you're old. Freedom costs more than you know. When you go, engine starts before courage does. Neon signs are bleeding through the rain again, painting broken colors on the street like sin. Bartender polishing the same old glass, watching lonely strangers slowly pass. I walked in here just before midnight, looking for a place without your light. But every corner whispers your name, and every silence sounds the same. Old jukebox crying in the back, playing songs that never come back. Couples laughing underneath the glow, while I pretend I don't know. Your lipstick stain still on my mind, like a crime scene frozen in time. I try to wash you down with wine, but memory don't decline. I told myself I'd finally move on, but every night feels twice as long. Pour me another midnight whiskey blues. Every road I take still leads to you. Smoking shadows, dancing slow, in a place I used to know. Pour me one more broken song. Somehow loving you felt wrong. If goodbye was meant to heal, why does it still feel real? Taxi lights slide across the wall, like ghosts answering my call. Outside lovers hold hands tight, inside I'm losing every fight. My guitar leaning by the chair, knows every secret sitting there. Every string begins to cry, every note asking why. Maybe morning brings relief, maybe hope forgives a thief. Pour me another midnight whiskey blues. Nothing left for me to lose. Glass half empty, just like me, drowning in what used to be. Remember dancing by the riverside, laughing hard with nothing left to hide. Now the river keeps your face, flowing through an empty space. I thought love would understand how fragile is a broken man, but promises fade like smoke. Every word tell what I can't say. Let it cry till the pain fades away. Morning creeping through the blinds, dragging shadows far behind. Bartender says it's closing time. Still I search for one last rhyme. Maybe someday I'll forget every word I still regret. Till that day I sit right here talking to ghosts over beer. Pour me one last midnight blues for the man I was with you. Neon fading into dawn, still playing on and on. Street sweeper humming low, where lonely people go. I'll be back tomorrow night, waiting for your light. Dust sitting heavy on my old guitar case, like time forgot my name and face. Front porch breathing southern air, nobody left to care. Used to chase crowds across state lines, cheap motels and neon signs. Thought applause could heal a man, turns out silence understands. Mama says, slow down, son. Life ain't always meant to run. Didn't listen till she passed. Now I hear her in the grass. Dust on my old Fender case, memories I can't replace. Every road leaves a trace, song you can't erase. Neighbor kid asked me to play, said he heard me back in the day. Funny how legends grow after knowing where left to go. I tune strings with shaking hands, play softer than I planned. Saw his smile and understood, maybe I still could. Sometimes home is just one song away. Storm leaning heavy on the roof tonight. Crowd smaller under fading light. owner said this might be it. Town's done with it. Played here 20 years or more. Same cracked wood beneath the floor. Watch kids grow then disappear, year by year. My name carved under the bar, back when dreams weren't far. Now progress bought the street, concrete heartbeat. Last song before the highway calls, before another memory falls. If tomorrow forgets these walls, I gave it all. Young boy watching near the stage, same hunger I had his age. Handed him my slide guitar, said go far. Applause softer than before, but somehow meant more. Some indies finally feel right under bar light. Truck waiting under morning sky. Didn't even say goodbye.
Bottle sweating like it knows my sin. Wooden ball won't thin his skin. Bartender nods without a word. Best conversation never heard. Truck keys heavy in my coat. Life sinking like a leaky boat. Somewhere daughter learned to drive. Wonder if she's alright. Miss birthdays chasing songs. Freedom sometimes lasts too long. Every road I thought I won left me undone. Whiskey don't judge nobody. Don't ask where you've been. Just burn slow through your body like an honest friend. Whiskey don't judge nobody. Don't ask where you've been. Just burn slow through your body like an honest friend. If fame feels good, told him truth misunderstood. Crowds disappear faster than rain, leaving echoes and pain. I played one last song for free, for the man I used to be. Maybe redemption drinks here too. Ooh, waiting
Engine ticking after miles of roam, sky turning gold like a crow's in song. Pull beside her, cry a lane, and still shake. Well, from seas I burned out slow, faces I refuse to know, far distance healed the past, but ghosts drive fast. Found a town by accident, sign half broken, heaven sent. Didn't know what I would say. Anyway, when the highway finally forgives you, now stop asking what you do. Every wrong you thought was true, let's go. Sunday morning, hey, and both are here. She smiled like time was kind, left behind. Didn't need apologies loud, silence sealed the crowd. Some roads should go back to start. Soulful sunrise parked beside your door. Rain tapping stories against the glass tonight, neon shaking underneath tired light, bartender polishing ghosts away, same quiet ritual every day. Boots dripping puddles near my chair, nobody asking why I'm here. City moving somewhere fast, but I keep talking to the past. Used to drive Cadillacs down Beale Street loud, play guitar for whiskey crowds. Thought applause could build a throne, turns out kings die alone. Manager said fame was close, just one more song coast to coast. Funny how promise age like smoke, gone before they spoke. Picture frame inside my coat, her handwriting every note, said she loved the man I was. Before applause, rain don't care who you used to be, washes crowns into the sea. Every legend bends a knee eventually. Rain don't listen when you pray, just keeps falling anyway, teaching broken men to stay. Old blues man slid beside my drink, said regret gives time to think. Played harmonica soft and slow, like a wound learning to close. Outside thunder rolled again, sounded like forgiving men. Maybe mercy passed me by, or maybe I didn't try. Rain stops sometime before dawn.
Vacancy sign flickers tired red, buzzing louder than the thoughts inside my head. Suitcase resting by the door, like it's been there times before. Cheap curtains dancing in the wind, smelling like forgotten sin. Eyes machine crying down the hall, echo answers every call. Television glowing pale blue light, talking nonsense through the night. Couples laughing through thin walls while loneliness slowly crawls. Your postcard folded in my coat, every word you never wrote. Try to leave it by the sink, still I stop myself to think. Miles away,
coffee brewing before dawn. Another highway waiting on. Mirror shows a stranger stare. Someone older standing there. Maybe roads don't heal a soul. Maybe broken stays the road. Driving slow, finding rooms and passing towns, trading smiles for worn out frowns. If tomorrow feels the same, I'll keep chasing your name. Street sweeper humming soft and low. Only lonely people know. Coffee shop closing its door. Nobody waits anymore. Rainwater shining under light. City breathing through the night. Taxi splashing memories past. Nothing ever lasts. Phone screen glowing in my hand. Messages I never sent. Typing words and letting go. Think you'll never know. I told myself time would mend. Broken hearts eventually bend. 3 a.m. and neon cries. Truth hiding behind a lie. If tomorrow brings relief, why is tonight a thief? Maybe chains belong to me till the daylight finally stays. I'll count passing days If forgetting was that easy, you'd release me. Morning buses start to roll, still the blues inside my soul. Walking home without a plan, half a man. Ash falling slow like desert sand, another excuse slipping through my hands. Broken stool and a broken vow, guess I'm paying somehow. She said love ain't poker chips, can't bluff forever with clever lips. I laugh loud just to hide fear, now silence sits right here. Boombox cracking down the hall, sounding like my final call. Some mistakes don't fade away, no matter what you say. Cigarettes are cheap apologies, that's the only currency I keep. Every promise buried deep where I can't sleep. Old jukebox spinning second chances, couples lost in whiskey romances. If regret had a melody, it'd sound like me. Rain leaking through a rusted sign, counting sins one drop at a time. If tomorrow knocks again, let me in. Smoke fades slower than memory. Platform lights, I'm overhead. Sleepless travelers filled with dread. Coffee cooling in my hand. Waiting wasn't in the plan. Steam rising through the cold. Stories never getting told. Your goodbye still echoes near, louder every year. Ticket folded in my coat. every promise that you wrote, train of rivals flashing gold, memories refusing hope. Thought distance might erase every line upon your face. Midnight train don't slow for pain, carries tears like falling rain. If goodbye was meant to heal, why's your voice still feel real? Suitcase wheels across the floor, love ain't waiting anymore. Crowds arrive then disappear, leaving only fear. Maybe someday I'll understand how love slips right through your hand. Till that answer finds my soul, I'll just watch them roll. Midnight train begins to move, taking everything to prove. Some departures never end, they just bend. Headlights fading down the track, knowing you ain't coming back. Still I sit until the dawn, listening alone.